My promise today is to help you lift your energy. And all you have to do is change one word in what you normally say to yourself. To give you context around this, I have been working with a lot of ambitious leaders to help them really channel everything they can to improve the performance of themselves, their team, and to create incredible results as they grow their companies. Most of my work is with Inc. 5000 level founders, CEOs, and their teams, and I want to share something behind the scenes here. I was having a conversation with one of my clients about energy. In fact, energy management is something that people don't talk about enough, but what gives you energy and what drains your energy? Well, there's a lot of things that probably drain your energy. You probably know some of those things. Whatever comes to mind, you want to make sure you're addressing them. But today's conversation is not about the typical things that drain your energy. It's about the inner dialogue that goes on inside of our heads. Now, this is not just for leaders. This could be a conversation you actually have with your employees if you want to really understand what energy management really is and lift your energy to the next level. When you think about your job as a leader, you've got to play at the highest level by making strong choices and about understanding some of the small aspects, the nuances of how we show up for our people and for ourselves. Today, we're going to talk about this one word. Now, to give you this story in full would take a lot of time. So the highlights are this. I was talking with a client about energy. And one of the things he was saying to me was, I have to do a bunch of stuff. I have to call back clients or have to do this or have to do that. And I've heard this before. So I asked questions about this have to. And he talked about all the things that he was compelled to do and the pressure that it created inside his world. Now, I've been through this myself. And so it was easy for me to actually have a conversation around this word have. Because in my perspective is what if you shifted that one word from have to get to? Think about that for a second. If you're able to shift what's going on inside your inner dialogue to I get to talk to a customer. I get to work out a problem with an employee. I get to go to the gym. Whatever it is, instead of saying I have to. If you shift that one word inside the inner dialogue, it changes so much. It will lift your energy. It will allow you to channel your focus on the right things. Here's the way it works in an everyday life for me. I love to work out. I love to get up early. I love to go to the gym. I don't always feel like it. Just being honest, but I do love doing it. And I always love it once I'm there. And I found myself saying, I have to get up and go to the gym. And I know that it wasn't the most empowering version of the inner dialogue. You with me so far? Well, when I was able to realize that I kept saying I have to, I was able to consciously choose the word get to. I get to go to the gym. So here's the reality behind this. This one choice, and it really is a choice if you see it, that you can say I get to. I have been struggling with a knee problem that I wasn't able to work out in the gym the way I want to. And so it kept me from doing it for a long time. My knee's much better now because I've worked on it. I've had physical therapy. I've done all the right things to be able to be prepared to go to the gym on a regular basis. So I was catching myself and switching from I have to I get to. The reason I'm telling you this personal story about working out and how it relates to leadership will become apparent in just a minute. But I get to work out is a much more energetic inner dialogue that if you were able to shift your language to I get to instead of I have to, it will change so much about the way you show up. Now, why does this work inside of our leadership? Because there's so many things inside of our day-to-day that we have to do, but you could choose to say I get to. Client problems are not the easiest thing to deal with, but you have clients that you get to serve. This is an opportunity to serve them and make them someone who will tell the stories about how things have turned around. You get to do that. You don't have to do it. I'm repeating myself over and over here because it's such an important thing to understand that you don't have to do anything. You get to do it. And as a leader, when you can change and shift that one little word inside of your inner dialogue, you're able to show up differently for everything you do. But you're also able to recognize it in your employees because you will hear your employees say, I have to do X, Y, or Z. And you get to smile and go, can we have a conversation about have to? And help them understand that they can actually shift. They have a choice to choose to think about that as get to. The real message behind this today is about choosing to use the right word, the one that gives you more energy, the one that lifts you up, the one that empowers you. You can choose to use get instead of have at any time you want to in your life. You get to go to the gym. You get to spend money on your house. You get to work out client problems. You get to make sales calls. You don't have to do anything. Hopefully this will help you understand how to shift something and really put a spotlight on your way of showing up as a leader, and to allow you to be a better leader if you're able to have this conversation with your team. My job is to help you become an extraordinary leader. If you want to push yourself to the next level, make sure you keep checking out the content we have here at Growth Think Tank. We interview founders, CEOs of fast growth companies and amazing individuals to help you become an extraordinary leader. We run groups like the Fast Growth Boardroom that if you think you're a fit for that, we'd love for you to check out what we do at Fast Growth Boardroom that's different than all the other group programs out there where we coach, we create a community, we create content, and we create space for you to expand your ability to lead and become an extraordinary leader. Just check out fastgrowthboardroom.com. When you think about growth and you think about leadership, think of Growth Think Tank. As always, lead with courage. We'll see you next time.